Thank you for hanging around. So our next inspiration which we had taken was is the ocean waves. I would like to show the image again. That's the ocean waves. That's the source of inspiration from nature is the ocean waves. Yes. Okay. So now we need to narrow down our colors. That's going to be blues. I would like to bring the camera closer to the sketch now. Few blues out here. Okay, so basically ocean waves is nothing very structured. It's very soft. It's very fluid. So that's what's going to be is the base of our inspiration. Very dreamy, very pretty, very feminine. A lot of uneven edges again. So it's going to be a beautiful summer dress is what I can think of right now. I'm going to be using a lot of layers, a lot of frills. This is a perfect summer dress which I would like to design based on the ocean theme. And this would ideally go with very, very soft fabrics like chiffons or georgettes or soft cotton mull. When you have a template, a body type as your base, it's much easier and faster to design. So you can have multiple copies of a particular body type and keep sketching. Would love to see what your variation to this particular tutorial would be. You would love to see your entries. Give me your suggestion, give me your inspirations and mail me your designs. It'd be fantastic to see your work. So there are different shades of blues that you see and how beautifully they blend into each other and how we transform a basic ocean wave into a design, into a summer dress. I would need a black fine liner to just outline the body out here so that right. Bring the camera back. So that's how the garment looks, with the inspirational base as being the ocean, taking each and every component into consideration. This is what I could think of when it comes to water or a wave. Not necessary that everybody will come out with frills and not necessary that everybody will come out with layers. Different minds think differently. So we need to bank upon the ideas, what occurs to you and how you can go about it. I can see a lot of my ex-students coming here. Hello, it's so nice to see you guys here. Hope you all are doing well. Lovely. Okay, bring it on. Come on, my ex-students. I want some ideas from you. I want an inspiration from nature. Give me a suggestion and I will take it up. Srinidhi, do you want to talk about anything else while we get some inspirational ideas?
Yeah, I do have a few questions that have come across, so I would like to ask them. So what is haute couture?
Haute couture in French means high fashion. Yeah, so anything which has been made specially only about a particular client or a particular body type or for a particular occasion. It is absolutely customer oriented. One customer, one dress. That is what haute couture is all about. It's not made in bulk. It's not hung in the store. It is for a particular client and for a particular occasion. Somebody is asking me which color pencils I'm using. These are Caran d'Ache. These lovely pencils. These are water soluble pencils. That's the brand. It's a Swiss made water soluble color pencil. Staedtler pencils also work pretty well, but they don't last you for a very long time. Sometimes I feel that the lead kind of breaks when your pencil drops. It breaks, and more you sharpen, the more it breaks. So these Caran d'Ache have been with me for the past 20 years. Yes, I graduated in 98, and that's when I bought these beautiful set, and it's still with me. It's absolute delight to work with Caran d'Ache. It's a good investment. Yes, they are expensive, but they'll last you for a lifetime.
Ma'am, like how can someone improve their sketching skills?
Improve your sketching skills. Basically, see, you need to keep sketching. Sketching is not your mathematical formula, or sketching is not your science notes, which if you just do it overnight and copy it from somewhere else and give your submission, and then you will excel in that. Sketching is something which one needs to do every single day. To get better, you need to practice. Practice is what the only advice of mine would be. Like I said, there are many people who struggle a lot with getting the body type or the body form correctly. Yes, there are courses which teach you. There are many tutorials. There are many colleges which run these fashion illustration courses, which are great to enhance your skills. But if you don't, by any chance, like for now, if you really are itching to sketch but you don't have a body type to work with, you can definitely download body types. Just type female croquis or female fashion illustration onto your Google images, and you will get many. And you can choose a good front position, and you can definitely go ahead with that. Make multiple copies, and you can simply start ideating on those body types. Yeah.
And if someone is not good at sketching at all, even they can actually, can they learn design?
Absolutely. Sketching, not being able to sketch is just a myth. I would say that because we all can write. We all hold a pencil and we write. We all hold a pen and we write, right? So if you can write, you can definitely draw. That is what I believe in completely. So just go with the idea that yes, you have to create. And if you cannot create things with your hand, nowadays there are so many digitally advanced programs that we have, these softwares that we have, which will definitely help you and not stop you from designing. Definitely not a criteria. If you do not know, if you're not really in love with sketching, but you have ideas in your head, there are many methods to go ahead with that. Yes.
And like, what is design?
What is design? Design is something which I already mentioned, right? So design is something which is everything and anything which is aesthetic. What looks pretty, what has the harmony. We all know what are the elements and principles of design. That's the basis of any kind of an art course that we do. So you need to bank upon that, and any design will obviously have a good proportion of its colors, textures, the form, and in proportion, and that is what makes it a good design. Any one element, if there is an overdose of it, that kinds of kill the design. Yeah.
So, ma'am, let's take the next element.
Now, let's take the next inspiration. Can I read some more inspirational thoughts, please? Did I miss anybody's message? I'm not sure.
There was a coral reef, fire.
Sorry?
There was coral reef, fire as inspiration. Someone has given snow mountains, flamingos.
Okay.
Kideri ma'am has suggested orchids.
Okay.
And Richa is asking how to draw
Cherry
facial
blossom
features.
would be very close to the tree, and yeah. Okay.
Richa has asked how to draw facial features.
Facial features. We can have a special tutorial on that.
Yes,
I think
you
let's
could
do
let me.
volcano. I think volcano is nice. I like the natural calamity and to find beauty in a natural calamity. Let me get my colors sorted for that. While my little helpers are googling up for a picture of volcano. Volcano is all about the warm colors. That is your yellows, oranges, it's fire. So obviously the fiery red. So I'm taking my Sharpies with the reds and the oranges and my pencil colors to blend in. Okay, that's lovely. Thank you. Okay, so that is a volcano. All right. So what are the features that one see in a volcano? So it's basically conical. Okay, so that you're automatically getting the silhouette to your garment. It's conical. I don't need them. So we're talking about conical. We're talking about an ombre of the colors that is coming from your red, yellow, and going towards the orange. So red ombre. Okay, there's a gradation coming from small to big. Okay, let's begin. I don't want my blues. Okay, so I'm automatically getting a tent silhouette out here. Okay, this is going to turn out into a beautiful cocktail dress. There is going to be an empire. There is going to be an empire line under the bust. And a beautiful flared skirt or flared garment. A lot of flare at the under bust area. And I'm going to do an amalgamation of colors coming from different shades of oranges. This can be very well achieved with the tie and dye technique that we all know about, the ancient technique of tie and dye. I'm going to use a bright yellow for the ruffled collar which I have out here, and some yellow at the empire. It's amazing how nature has so much to offer. It's amazing how God never runs out of ideas to give us. I'm going to go a little abstract with the form, with the conical form. I'm going to be adding a little border out here. That's quite a direct interpretation and a slightly different looking output. But because we are designers, we have the designer's license to think out of the box. Wavering lines, because again, it's a natural phenomena of the hot lava. It does not have a set clean line. And I'm going to go forward with that. Taking another shade of orange and a quick rendering of the conical shape. Is that a yellow? Yeah. And which goes back? Oh, it looks green. It's neon yellow. And a little more of yellow, which is coming from the empire sea. And that completes a beautiful evening dress. Again, I can imagine this outfit being made in a soft silk satin or even a chiffon or a georgette. And highlight the body lines out here. And the foot. It's an ankle length dress. And that's what we have. I'm going to make my color palette out here. My oranges, reds, and my yellow. Yes. Bring it back. Thank you.
That was wonderful.
So that's how it goes. So we have garment right here. Can you see the entire sketch? Yes. And it's not necessary that you have to only design one piece outfit. It could be a pantsuit, it could be a Bermuda suit, it could be a rainwear, it could be an overgarment. So there can be n number of garments that can be designed. So I'm throwing this out as a challenge to everybody. I want you to come up with an idea and I want you to submit your sketches. You can email your sketches to INIFD. And
info at ishaneducation.com. I'll
yes.
put it on the story.
Sure, that would be lovely. You'll do that at a later stage after, as soon as this is over. Any more ideas?
Kinnari ma'am has suggested something with architectural, something to do with
yes.
architecture.
That's interesting. Yes, architectural, maybe a building, a nice looking building. Can we take yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
So, ma'am, let's ask a few more questions that have come across.
Sure.
So, like, who decides the colors for the next season?
Who decides the colors? See, there are these many authentic bodies like Promo Steel and Premier Vision, which they are the internationally recognized people who are into the color, the business of color, of forecasting colors as per the season. In India, we have WGSN, which is very, very reliable. So they come up with ideas, they come up with color stories for every season, and designers world over, we actually blindly just follow them because they have done this with a lot of research. And there are these colors which are predicted, and every designer, be it a fashion designer or an interior designer or even a makeup artist, there are colors which are predicted for them as well. So we all follow the color trends which is projected by these reliable bodies all across the globe. Yeah.
Kinnari ma'am has suggested taking Taj as an inspiration.
Taking Taj as in Taj Mahal as an okay, sure, we can take that. Taking Taj Mahal from Agra. Yeah. It's lovely. Aurora. What is Aurora? Aurora is a Disney character. I said something from the nature. That would be nice. Yes. Can I have some more ideas?
More ideas, guys. Times Square, Kripali.
The Times Square. Okay, so we have the Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders. So basically, it's the beautiful arches and the pillars. Yeah, so that is the architectural construction of the lovely dome on top, the conical dome. Yes. So let's take that. How about modern architecture? Yes, modern architecture is also fascinating. A lot of glass, as we know, a lot of buildings are only using glass. So let's get back to the roots of beautiful architecture, that is the Taj Mahal. Let me see what I can come up with. So it's basically made out of white marble. I'm sorry, I won't be able to show you the white marble, but I can do it with a little bit of a beige or a gray color story is what I can show you. Though I have my colors, but I don't have a black color paper out here. So that's what I'm going to show. That's my beige colors out here. Okay, can we have the camera onto the sketch?
Oh.
So I think I should be designing an Indo-Western kind of a garment. There's a lot of this kind of a shape which you can actually see. I'm going to do a lot of exaggerated sleeves out here. A lot of pillars which are there. And I'm going to make this like a jumpsuit. A lot of panels which you can see. There are a lot of columns which you can see. Right here. It's a very, very cocktail wear kind of an outfit which has come up. So I'm going to simply just render this with my cream color pencil. You can bring it closer. I'm not too sure how visible the white color is out here. Okay, so that's a very, very unpredictable kind of an output from a Taj Mahal. People would always want to design ethnic clothes, whereas I've taken a very high fashion evening wear, a very beautifully exaggerated sleeves out here. And when you also work with, it's a little tip which I can give you, when you work with white outfits, you can take a black paper as a background and you can work with your white color pencils. When your entire garment is white, you can definitely enhance your illustration by giving a colored body. So I'm going to use an orange color out here to highlight the body. Out here. Yeah, that's it. And you, because Taj Mahal is all about the intricate, the beautiful cut work and the jali work which is there, we can ideally just show it by maybe some kind of a cut work pattern out here on the yoke near the neckline. Yes, you can bring the. Okay. So this is what we could design out of Taj Mahal as an inspiration.
And that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Refreshing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so like this, you can, there's endless amount of sources of inspiration that we have all around us. It's never going to be limited, or it's never going to be like, oh, because he is working with that inspiration, I don't want to work with that inspiration. Like I said, everybody's perceptions towards design is different. Everybody can churn out different designs. You know, there is no limitation to what you can create. So just open up your eyes, open up your window, open up your heart to look around, and you will get all sorts of inspiration. Yes.
So, guys, do you have any questions? Or, ma'am, can we take one last inspiration?
Okay, we can.
6:20, it's almost 6:20, so we'll take one more inspiration.
Okay.
Kinnari ma'am is asking tips on process.
Sorry?
Tips on process. The design process.
I can't understand. I can't hear you.
Tips on process. Process of design process.
Okay, the entire design process. Okay, yeah. This is my favorite subject, which I take usually at the college, at INFD and every other college. So I basically help students. I mentor them to refine their thoughts, their inspiration, ideas. We transform that into obviously designs. But there's an entire process. So there's an entire research which we do at length. We definitely study the subject really, really deep. We come up with elements and we create something called as a mood board. Okay, a mood board for a designer is basically motives and images which are taking into consideration the inspirations. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what a mood board is. So your mood board is going to give you your silhouette direction, it's going to give you your color direction, your texture direction, your embellishment directions, and all of it. And your color palette, of course. So I'm going to show you a few mood boards. This is a mood board of an existing student of mine from INIFD. Thank you, Reva, for sharing this with me. She's made a beautiful mood board of for menswear. This was basically it's based on a particular tribe and the Swiss Alps, and also a particular brand which we are dedicating this entire project with. So we see that there are images, there is a garment direction, there is a print direction, and there's a color palette. I'll show you the next one. This is based on architecture, the modern architecture that somebody asked. It's all about the geometrical shape. We try and associate that with some fashion garment. So you get your color story based on it. So it's a neutral kind of a color story which we have here. And this is what will help us creating our textures and the surface embellishments for that particular collection. Then we have something which is a very, very versatile theme, that is a floral theme. Flowers, somebody mentioned about orchids. I'm sorry I could not take that up right now, but we can definitely do it at a later stage. So this is what a floral inspirational board or a mood board will look like. It has everything which, you know, a collection based on a floral theme can offer. So we have these soft colors, the pastel colors, and the delicate feel, which is very much evident out here. Yeah, so those were the examples of the mood board. So once you have a mood board, we create our texture board where we experiment with a lot of textures and a lot of embellishments. And then we start with our designing. We come up with our sketches, we refine the sketches, we add the details. Many times students get very much carried away, very overwhelmed with the kind of designs and the details that they wanted. Too much is not what is required in a good line of collection. So a little bit of the design detail is going to enhance the garment and make it look like a harmonious collection. And that's how we curate. We make our toiles, we make our test fits, and then we come up with our final garments. Of course, fabric sourcing is one of the most crucial part of the design process, where if you ideate and if you cannot get the right kind of fabrics, your garments may not look exactly like what you had imagined in the first place. So that's what an elaborate design process is all about.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have aeroplanes as a suggestion for an inspiration.
Aeroplane is man-made, my dear. Aarti.
Fireworks owl.
Sorry?
Fireworks owl,
Fireworks would
mangrove.
be very close to what I did with the volcano. Yes. How
Kinnari
many
ma'am.
elements should a good design have? In elements, at least we all know what the elements of design are. So it's a point, a line, a form. Then comes your texture, and then comes your color. So all of these will obviously be a part of a good design. Yes. Pineapple, mangrove, forest. Forest would be again very close to the trees. Pineapple is a good idea. I think we can take a pineapple. Red logs as an inspiration. Interesting. Let's see a couple of more. I'm loving how people are actually thinking, and they're thinking hard before they're coming up with options out here. Lovely. Can we see some more, please?
Parrot.
Parrot.
Holographic.
Holographic. Uh, how is that from the nature? The rainbow, is that the iridescent field that you're talking about? Feathers. I think let's take pineapple. I think that's quirky. It's fun. Let's do pineapple. Yeah, this is fun. Pineapple it is. Okay, so again, a lot of green and the yellow and the brown of the skin of the pineapple. It's beautiful, beautiful texture, beautiful form. You already have your silhouette. It's very, very balloony. It's a voluminous silhouette which you see out here. So we work with this now. Thank you. So your colors are going to be your yellow pineapple and your greens again. So I'm going back with my same choice of colors. There's a beautiful crisscross pattern on the pineapple, which I would love to work upon. Okay, so bring the camera back onto my sketch. I think I'm going to design a swimsuit. Sounds fun. That's a swimsuit. I'm going to take up the crisscross pattern with the brown and the yellows. That's a direct interpretation which can be digitally printed. And a hint of yellow as the base color. We also do not want to take up the form literally. We don't want to make fancy dress outfits out here. So we will not really take it up literally, but we will take some portion of it and try to tweak it and design it. That's where a designer's brain comes into play. And the dots, the brown dots all across the borders of the swimsuit. Pineapple, automatically I could think of a chilled pineapple juice, and that's where I thought of a swimsuit. Yes, and that is ready. That's what we have. I could just note down the colors that I've used here so that it's easier to understand and create the color palette. Beautiful greens and a lovely brown. So you will always see that whenever you see a good outfit, you will always see that even though there are bright colors, it's always teamed down with one particular neutral. So that's very, very important when you design a garment. Yeah, you can bring it back. Thank you. Yes, so that is a pineapple inspired swimsuit. Thanks, Pranay, for the idea. Yes, so that is what we have. So we have created 4 outfits out here. Where is the 4th one? So this is what we have achieved in the last 1 hour. Ocean, volcano, Taj Mahal and a pineapple. Right? So this is not rocket science. It's very much in here. It's very much in your magical fingers. You don't need any stores to be open outside. You don't need any markets to be open outside for you to come up with something like this. So please take it up from here. We would love to see what you can. Thank you very much. We can see what comes up in your mind and how well you can curate a design. I would love to see what I have made you to understand and what comes up with this entire session with everybody out here. Thank you, Mamta. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So everybody just participate in the contest, the Motus Talent contest. Tomorrow is the last day for submissions, and you can also take inspiration from this class and get your own ideas and your design and email it to us. I'll just put up the email ID on the story. So excited to see your design.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much for having me over. It was fabulous. I feel all charged up to do some more. You won't be surprised to see some entries from me as well. Thank you. Yeah, I look forward to see everybody sketching and getting busy with your idea box. Thank you. Be safe and stay at home. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shrinki. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.